Okay, so at this point you have your grid drawn out and you're looking at your picture of your gridded photograph on your laptop here. And the way that you're going to draw this, the way that you're going to get this image onto this sheet of paper is you're just going to go square by square. So we're going to start with our upper left corner here, and I can see that I have a little bit of my forehead is showing through right over here, right on that little section. So I'm going to go to about the same place on my own paper, and I'm going to make just that little bit of my forehead showing through here. Then I can look over here and I can see that the top of my head goes about halfway through that center line here. So if I think, all right, the top of my head is going to be about this spot here, I'm just going to start up here on that section and then lightly draw down until it meets up on that little part over here. And then I can see that my head kind of comes down over this way. It gets a little confusing because I have hair in the way. If I just look at the outside of where my hair is, I'm going to come down and I'm going to be just before that third line. So I'm just going to start angling down, and then I'm going to wrap it up here, have it come through just before that third line, about like that. And I can see it goes right through that little section right here, so I'll go right through over here. And then I can see my hair kind of comes out a little bit this way and then comes pretty much straight down. So it goes out this way and then straight down over here like so. So I'm just going square by square on here. And what I want to do first is I just want to get the outline of my face drawn in and the outline of my features. We're not going to do any shading on here yet until we get all of our lines in the right place. So if I just kind of keep going on here, I won't draw out everything on here, but as I just kind of come down, I'm making this side of my face be to here. I can see my glasses go through on a diagonal, starting about here, give or take. And then the bottom edges go just like in that little section over here where all four of these lines over here meet. So I'm going to have glasses that are going to kind of come out about over here, curve around like so. I'm going really light here because a lot of what I'm drawing is in the middle of my square. It's easier to figure out your angles when you're going through your grids, but where I'm not, I'm just going to go really lightly for now, knowing that I might change things as I go here. You really want to go as light as you possibly can right now because you are almost certainly going to need to make some changes. You're going to need to erase. I can see the top of my glasses goes right up to that line over here. And then that frame might be over here. So I've got my glasses kind of angling across over here. And as I go back and forth, I can look at them and I can see, oh, I definitely have one that's a little bigger than the other one, so that doesn't really make sense. So maybe this one kind of is going to end up coming down a little bit over here, and then I'm just going to go back in and erase the rest. So important things. There are three important things when you're doing this. You want to go one square at a time, do your best in that square, and then move on to the next one. You want to draw light because as you can see from just what I did here, you're gonna erase. So go as light as you can. And then the third thing is that you don't want to just put in lines and then leave them there. You want to keep going back and double checking your lines. And then by the time you get through with it, you'll have something that looks pretty good here. So I had started this before and I had gotten to about here on this section, on this one here. So the next thing I'm going to do on here is I'm going to start to figure out where my mouth is. And then once I get my mouth drawn in and maybe a little more work down here and all these wrinkles in my chin down here, then I might be ready to start shading things in. But I don't want to do any shading at all until I get all of my lines in the right place. Good luck.